Well, do you think I probably sound stupider? Or my voice probably is deeper. I don't know. What do you mean? I don't know how I sound different. Hello, Fel. Not cute. Welcome on in, everyone. Coming on. Sorry I haven't been. I feel like I've said this is just the usual at this point for me. Just sorry I haven't been streaming. I just get caught up in other things. I'm not cute. No. You are perhaps wrong. Okay. How are you doing today? I'm doing fine. I'm just head empty today. So I'm playing a game that requires me not to be fully focused into the game, or at least sometimes. There's sometimes I'm focused in this game, and then sometimes I'm not. I mean, the times that I'm focused is when I'm like just muted. When I'm muted and I just have lots of noise going on. So I'm gonna play this game and I'm just gonna enjoy it. And then I enjoy it, and then there you go. But Faye, I'm not cute. What do you mean? Ain't no way, ain't no how. I know, and we all know. Am I right? Right? We all know I'm not cute. Come on now. Come on now. I'm so glad I came by before bed. You sound like you had fuck you fucked up the thingy on my I had it perfect. Yeah. Alright. I had it perfectly. Cindy. If you're curious what the music is, the top left is what the song is, if you're ever curious. The way you say my name, you like how I say your name? Faye, 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 or I feel like I'm kind of turning it and kind of making it more, or making it sound worse the more and more I keep trying to replicate how I said it that one time you liked. I don't know. Oh my god. I was like perfect cut that I did. Damn. Very common voice. Because since I am just brain empty today. Funny enough, I actually was thinking of like, oh, maybe I'll do a maybe I'll do a horror game today. But then I'm like, no, I don't feel like doing horror today. It's not because I'm not, scared to horror. I'm, I'm not, I just wasn't feeling horror tonight. So I'm just gonna play something that genuinely relaxes me. And even then, I do these late night streams so people can fall asleep. And somehow I'm really good at making people fall asleep, surprisingly. I mean, everyone knows I'm quite boring. I mean, also then again, nope, the music I put on is pretty calming. I think I put on some decent music, at least what I think. Oh, um, Faye, since it's 1:45 a.m. Need to sleep. Understandable. It is also 1:45 a.m. for me, but I am trucking through it. I found my toy. Well, I hope you're happy that you have a toy. Your McDonald's Play Place toy. Me and Blaine are stuck in the McDonald's Play Place. But yeah, Faye, if you've noticed, I think I've already told you in DM, but you have my emotes now since you popped in. My PNG right now is one of my emotes. I don't think I could play this song on stream. I'll go back to this one because I like this song. He Welcome on in. I have different emotes now. Flustered, hydrate, all of them. And if you're curious who did it, I think the command. Let me do the command real quick. Oh, wrong one. Wait a minute. Nope, that's the wrong one. That's the wrong one. Do not click on her link. I promise. Give me a second. I need to find it. That is the link you shall not name. I'm saying I should probably. Why did I still have that command? I'm just gonna delete. I'm gonna delete that command right now. Okay, man, a minute. Delete. Goodbye. Goodbye. Back to the lobby. Okay, there we go. There we go. Yes. Do not click on this link though. You can click on. This is the person who did my my emotes. Hey Melon, she's the one who wonderfully did all my emotes, and surprisingly, I'm not lying to you, the second that I commissioned them, she did all of them. She had all the sketches done within like the hour they were made. And I'm like, holy shit. And I actually, the day that she got it, I actually managed to put them onto my stream. Or no, not my stream, my emote slots. Like immediately. And I'm actually kind of glad. I might have to re-edit that Nightbot command again. But yeah, yeah. I hope everyone's having a nice weekend or had a nice weekend. Maybe spring break, because since some people had spring break for some things. At least that's what I know. Some people had spring break, some people didn't. So, if you had spring break, good on you. If you hadn't, well, I hope your weekend went well. And I don't know if your weekend went well or if it went bad. But I hope that if it went bad, I hope that your small time here or small time sleeping here can help relax you. Is all I ask. I'll be honest, I kind of don't have much planned. I don't have any topics to really think or talk about. I kind of just, if any, like probably most things I can talk about is just school and how I've been doing IRL, but that's really all it. I don't know if anyone is really even interested in hearing that, just since it's kind of IRL stuff and people are like, "Oh, you're the VTuber. Don't be don't be like bring but this." I've already seen people like actively like not like VTubers to talk about their own lives sometimes, because since some people just don't genuinely like it, and I can understand, because since it creates like that small disconnect where it's like I'm that's the streamer I am, dog. And also, hey, hello Pedro, how are you doing, mate? I hope you're doing well. Welcome on in. to the stream. It's been a minute since I've spoken to you, Matt. I hope you've been doing well. The most else I can WrestleMania season. Let's go. Yeah, I'm ready for WrestleMania. I'm excited for it, honestly. There we go. Figurehead clean. Work has been a hassle, but I got used to it again. Yeah. Yeah, I've been. As I said, I've just been focusing on IRL stuff, and also I've been just kind of vibing and playing my own shit. Really, like I've been playing games with friends and such, but that's really all. Other than that, I've just been, I shouldn't say I'm in the struggle, but I've been just like in my, I should say I've been lost in thought, I can say. I don't know if that would count. I've been lost in thought a lot more so recently. I've been finding myself being zoning out a lot more compared to like probably like a couple weeks ago. At least this week for me has been like that. I haven't had the I've kind of just been, just existing, I could say. Nothing really too special or important. I don't know if people want to hear tales. I forgot. I can't really move this. I think it's hide from mix. But, eh, it's my life. Not many people care. Not many people want to care. So I mean, everyone has their own issues. So or at least, yeah. I I am ready for WrestleMania though. That's gonna be fun. I wonder what's gonna happen tomorrow night on Raw though. I've always been hoping every single week that Matt Riddle shows back up on Raw. I've been hoping every single week. While now. Roman Reigns. Oh yeah, Roman Reigns is gonna show up. Forgot about that. You know, I'm kind of annoyed I missed out on the John Cena showing. Because I actually could have gone to the John Cena showing thinking about it now. I had some of the cash for it. It's just I had no one else to go with. So why would I go to a wrestling thing by myself? That kind of sounds lame. Or at least to me, I don't know. I feel like if I'm ever gonna go to like like a live event, I feel like I need someone to go with me. You know? Am I wrong on that? Like I'm not wrong in like thinking like, at least if you have if you don't have someone to like go with you to like an event thing, it kind of like defeats kind of like some of it, you know? Because I feel like I want to go to like live events to stuff, but I always want, yeah, it's better to go with someone. Yeah, see, like I think it's always better to go with someone. Like I can understand people going by themselves, but it's like why why? Like I feel like it's just if you can get someone to go with you, go for it, you know? I know my father actually offered like he was a few months late, but he saw a poster in in our supermarket, and he saw it was War Games, so the Survivor Series, and he saw it was happening in Boston. He's like, "Oh, do you want to go?" And I'm like, "That happened like months ago." He's like, I don't. If I think if he saw that like way earlier, he would have went like, "Oh hell yeah, like let's fucking go." I'm like, "Let's go, fuck it, let's go. That'll be fun." But then, um, I think because since he was just too late, it just we didn't go. I just watched with a couple friends of mine because since we like at least the people I watch with always like we all get a call in Discord going and we all start watching it together. It's I'm not gonna lie to you, it's gonna be something when I turn uh actually no, I can't even probably say it. Never mind. Ooh. Do, do. But honestly, overall, I'm ready for war games. I'm ready for no war games. I'm ready for I'm ready. I'm ready for WrestleMania. The cards are kind of stacked, honestly, but I kind of like how now like watching watching like the whole Seth Rollins bit with him and Logan. AEW is already bringing back the competition again. Oh yeah, did you did you hear what was it? I think what's his name? Uh the dude who's in charge of AEW. I think he like made like a post about Kenny Omega. I remember reading. It was like, oh, if Kenny Omega wants to go to WWE, go for it. And he's like insulting him and all that. I'm like, bro, you good? Why are you insulting Kenny Omega, bro? He's sick. Kenny fucking Omega's cool. And you're just insulting him for no reason because since it's a possibility that you might lose Kenny Omega. And I've never heard about that to be honest. Yeah, no. What was it? I think actually I would have to find the image, but my friend sent me an image of like of um of him basically like talking of him going like, yeah, if Kenny Omega wants to go to WWE, he can, even though it's doing he's like even though it's been shit the last year, blah blah blah. It's just even it's just inflating his own ego. But it's like he wanted I he just straight up said like, hey, if he wants to go, he goes. He's a shit wrestler anyway. Like blah blah blah, all that. There we go. Kenny Omega is the best person you can have in your damn company. If you lose Kenny, you better hope you can actually do something good from it. Tony for some reason gets jealous and or gets mad about WWE. Yeah, I don't I haven't I mean since I've more so just more recently into wrestling, I don't know much about it. I'll be honest, the most that I know about wrestling. the most that I know about wrestling before like I actually started watching it was is more so just the Nintendo 64 game about it. I never played like any kind of story, but I just knew some of the wrestlers on there. Because since I think one of the ones that I always played a lot was like Kane, which actually was who was actually one my favorite at the time. Because I actually really did like Kane. Kane was one of my favorites and to play. He has finally got good again after years of shit booking. Tony never thought that Vince would retire. Oh, oh my God, Glad,
Hello.
you scared me. You scared
Hello,
me.
hello.
Welcome on in, Glad. If anyone doesn't
hmm
know, this is my friend Glad. And also, I want to say that they also recently hit 300 on Twitch.tv.
Yeah, very exciting. You didn't have to mention that though. I just wanted to
Why?
come say hi. Hello.
Oh, what do you mean? I don't have to mention it. I mean, I feel like it's important to mention it. You know, one of my friends hits like a milestone, and I feel it's fucking important to mention it.
I'm gonna be very honest with you. I do not keep track of Twitch milestones until they hit numbers that
Oh,
I think are personally good. So I've not been keeping track of Twitch for a while. So I just sort of glanced at my Twitch following. I was like, oh neat. I'm at 301. I should probably like tweet about this or something.
I'll be honest. I kind of always like because since I'm like I'm big into coding. I'm always like a focus on like a numbers guy.
Mm,
So I always take a look at my numbers, but at least don't try to let it like influence me to go like, okay, I need to do this more. I need to become like this, blah blah blah.
oh, for sure, for sure.
I don't do that. I just know I take a look at it. Like I know for a while I've been stuck in the 400s, which funny enough I think I am I'm 488 currently on my Twitch following. My Twitch.tv. I fell off.
Oh, oh no. Yeah,
I fell off.
488 according to your Twitch profile directly on twitch.tv/PokeLink25.
Yep. Yeah. Well, but welcome on
That,
in.
thanks. How is the cleaning going? It looks like quite the task you have there.
We're cleaning a boat today. And
Mm,
we boating.
we do be boating. Hey, I have a quick question for you.
Yes.
Do you happen to know if the tutorial of cleaning the van during Power Wash Simulator is required, or if I could literally just jump into your game with never having played the game before?
I can send you an in. That's what I would have to do. I would have to turn off uh,
You don't
confirm.
have to right now. I didn't want to like entirely derail your
Oh,
stream. I
oh,
just wanted to
oh,
ask before.
oh, no, you can. You can, as long as I send you basically an invite, you can join in.
Oh, sweet.
I would recommend playing a little bit through yourself, so at least if you want to get some money for customization thingies.
My main goal is actually to just show up and participate in the game that you're playing in so that I can actually offer helpful commentary on the game that is directly on your screen.
If you'd
You know,
like to.
prioritizing the streamer and all.
If you'd like to, I'm kind of wasn't. I'll be honest, I was kind of feeling the sleep. I was feeling the sleepy mood, but I wasn't gonna go like
Oh, well,
surprise collab.
no,
I
yeah,
mean,
don't let me muscle into your fucking stream. I'm here to vibe, you know what I'm saying?
mm-hmm. Well, if you'd still want to join, I do make it. I believe I made it. I believe I made a co-op, right? But these buttons. Yes. Co-op on, friend. I can invite you if you would like me to.
Yeah, you have me added on Xbox, correct?
Yes, I
Probably
do.
launch the
Let
game before you do that.
let me just put on my little quick small funny censor that I have about the cat sitting in the Persona 5, the Persona 4 TV. Yes, I remember actually going. Oh, there you are. Yeah, I have sent you invite, so there you go. I actually remember I think I spent like a good like hour or two making that sensor because I remember
Nice.
I made it on my last thing of OBS, but because since I never imported any of the files over from my last computer to this one, I didn't have like the TV, I didn't have the funny cat or the crazy cat. I had like nothing practically.
Mm.
So I'm like, oh, I just remember like after like moving a computer, at least I'm glad I've learned like the importing and exporting feature on this shit. I'm so glad I fucking learned it, or at least I went through with it. Because since oh my god, if I had to individually re-download and re-put where all my shit is on my screen, oh, I would have been suffering. Because I already have taken quite the precision to put everything in place, or at least where I think it's a good spot to go. Because I I remember like making when I was making my I remember there was like then times where like I've been like I should probably like re like put where some of the shit is on my screen. Because since I think honestly I think I make things a little crowded on my thing. I don't know. I don't know.
So for making sure that your stream is not crowded, I have found personally that it is very helpful to in OBS, you can right click on a scene that you're working on and
Hmm.
click on full screen projector and select a monitor that you'd like to send it to.
Oh
Then you can see what
yeah.
that will look like full screen on somebody's actual. Hello? Sorry, Power Wash Simulator told me my controller was disconnected. Anyway, um, and granted, most people don't watch streams on full screen. However, it's a really good way to gauge what size, as far as like pixels and other things like that, things
Yeah.
are taking up in real time. Because I actually have the problem of I can't see shit. I'm blind as fuck. So in the little OBS to like preview window, I'm like, that text is unreadable. Nobody can fucking read that. And then I put it on full screen projector, and it's like the size of Texas, and I'm like, oh, those are big words. Those are blind people words. And
Oh.
no hate to people who are, blinder than I am, but they are not exactly the optimized viewing for Twitch that I'm going for.
Oh yeah. Don't worry. Like I think I think I remember I spent like so I think there was like a few things like I spent like a long time about making texts and such. Like I think one of the things I'm still like I think I might have to work on a little bit more in the future is the chat and all.
Mm.
Basic like I think I need to work on the Twitch chat, the little Twitch chat thing, because since I know like the one thing I want to have is like make it I want to make it so at least in it has like a background to it, so at least in because I know what I've been exporting my VODs onto YouTube, and at least after a few days, but like I've been exporting them, and I know there are times where like I've been like completely muted, but I've been like texting in the chat and all. And I know I want to like probably make it so the text is more readable. So at least if someone is watching the VOD on YouTube, they can see like why did they stop speaking, or why did he stop moving? Oh, he's texting saying like this is the end of stream, blah blah blah. I mean, you're probably gonna automatically assume from the timestamps, but it's like or the time like the timing of the video, but it's like I still would like to have it like that.
For sure, for
I don't
sure.
know. I know like a while ago when I actually had a had like a overlay, which I kind of know later on I ditched the idea of having an overlay because I think honestly with if anyone saw it before, you would have definitely went like, yeah, I'm surprised you haven't gotten attacked by ninjas yet about that, you know?
Hmm.
Like I'm surprised you haven't. It's like, yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. I'm surprised. But honestly, over later on, I realized I think someone told me that my overlay was extremely colorful. Like I know what was it? One of my friends, Sil, she told me like looking at your stream, it's like just a trip of colors,
Mm.
or at least
Now,
because since of that
admittedly, I'm
overlay.
more of a dark internet user, so I tend to optimize my personal overlay to assist with that.
I just went with the minimalist thing because since at least then if the game's bright, the game's bright. But if the screen's dark, the screen's dark. That happens. I don't know what else you want me to do.
Mm.
If you're telling me that you can't see my zero brightness Leon S. Kennedy in 1480p with his with his little blockhead, then I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not putting on a on because I know one of the games that I think I remember doing actually running my whole overlay for it was Outlast 2 actually I think.
Mm-mm-mm.
Actually no, it wasn't Outlast 2. It was The Evil Within. That's what it was. I was playing The Evil Within, or at least I was going through my playthrough, which by the way I will be going back to Evil Within 2. Just give me a bit. Okay. I will go back to Evil Within 2, I promise. But so I was trying to say that I was playing The Evil Within and looking back on my clips at it, I realized like how extremely like colorful my thing was, even though like The Evil Within was super gray, was like a gray or was it grayscaled or I don't know what's the word for like what's the word where like
Monochrome.
yeah, thank you, monochrome. Thank you. That's what it was. It was monochrome, and but when you realize that my overlay was extremely like colorful and bright, it's like it kind of defeated the horror-ish purposes, you know?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So it's like now I'm just going with the minimalist vibe, because since I know some people like the minimalist vibe, and honestly,
For sure.
I've been liking it more because at least then I don't have to worry about like, all right, guys, I need my overlay. I need this thing to show the funny scrolly thing of bits, follows, and all that. Blah blah blah. Like no, I just wanna just have game. You see things that I have on screen. There you go. And also welcome in Toast. And yes, you did hear Evil Within. I'm gonna be doing more Evil Within 2 at some point. Just I need people to be patient. I just need to make sure I get into the mood about it one day. Okay? That's the problem with me. The only reason why I don't play many games, or at least you don't see me continue some games, is because since when I come back to it, I'm like, am I in the mood for this game? No, I am not currently. I'm gonna play this funny game. And I play the funny game, another funny game. Alright, you're in the mood for a lot of things. Well, I'm in the mood to always play a
Hmm.
funny game, you know? I'm always in that silly goofy mood. Alright, I'm
Oh,
like that.
you're always certainly in a mood, that's for sure.
Yeah, I'm in a silly goofy mood. What do you mean? That's the mood. Alright, I'm a little jokester, right? I'm a little honk honk.
You're
Little
just
clown
a funny
nose.
little guy. Just a silly little guy.
I'm just a silly little guy, you know? I don't see any problems with me whatsoever on that scale of funny moods, okay? Take it how you will. There we go. Pole. The pole is still dirty. There we go, I cleaned the pole. The other pole is not clean though. I am looking for the dirty spots on the pole. I found the dirty spots on the pole. I have cleaned the pole. I did not look. But yeah, no, you play with stuffs, alright. Yes, I am playing. I'm playing a game. That's the stuffs that I'm playing with, you know? I'm just saying. I'm just saying, you know? Like Dragon Ball saying. I don't know what I'm saying at this point. I'm just repeating anything off the top of my head.
Yeah, I can tell you why you're doing that. It's because you're avoiding saying the things that we all know that you're trying not to talk about because you're a little bottom. That's the reason.
I am not a bottom. Listen here.
Yeah, I'll let you keep believing that.
Yeah, I ain't. Alright, listen, I'm not a bottom. I am a proud Nintendo Switch. Okay. Alright. I just ask people to be the left Joy-Con to my right Joy-Con. All right. That's all I ask. All right. Take it how you will. I'm just a Joy-Con. Canopy support. Do I need to bring DMs into this, darling? Listen. Listen. We're playing Power Wash Simulator, alright? This is an accurate representation of what I am doing to both of you right now. Cleaning the dirt off.
Honey, there's way too much dirt on this bitch. This bitch will never be clean from sin.
Well, guess what? I'm cleaning it. Alright, I have a very high pressurized power washer. Fuck, wait, can I even play this song? There's songs in my mix that like just pop in and I'm like, can I even fucking play the song? Alright, there we go. What fuck do I still, oh, canopy trim. So let me clean the canopy trim. 99% clean, guys. Alright. Is this like an accurate representation of like you guys having like dirt everywhere on you? Like even in like the toughest spots to find, there's just like still parts of dirt.
It gets real into the crevices.
I got it. I found it anyway. What the fuck was the control panel again? Was it this one? Oh. The wheel is still dirty. Oh no. I surprisingly got a window frame. I mean, you clean me with what? Listen, I have soap and water, and I have a cabin pillar to clean? Hold on a minute. Where the fuck did I... Which one did I fucking miss? Oh. Just gonna do this. Then go around to this. Oh. I missed the... Okay. steering wheel, and then I'll have to clean one of this. Oh, so it's both in the little cabin spot. Bum bum. All right, now I have to find the dirty spots on the wheel. There we go. Found it. I have cleaned the boat. I'm just telling you, Glad, if you're gonna play this game with me, I just gotta warn you now. I might be drawing Among Us's.
I should warn you then that I may not notice them. It won't be on purpose. I promise you it won't be on purpose, but it's very possible that I will not notice them.
Oh, I promised one of my friends that I am going to be I'm going to be doing the special. I'm going to be doing the special maps with them, but on the Final Fantasy VII one, I promised them that I am going to be drawing an Among Us on the Buster Sword, and they cannot stop me. All right. Some people might know her from here, but yeah. I am going to be cleaning the monster truck now. Monster buck. It's a cat monster buck. Okay. I might as well do the wheels first. Can you play this? Actually, I'm just gonna play this one. It's always weird when about songs that get muted on or off Twitch. You know, am I the only one that's somehow like I feel it? I remember that reminds me. I found like a Twitter post of some dude of like showing how to make your stuff, how to make your audio come onto like from like, or how to make like your Twitch VOD audio different from
Your stream?
yeah,
Yeah.
thank you. Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember I watched a thing like that, or I've seen it, and I'm like, I feel like everyone knows how to do that. It's just I would be more interested in how to separate audio, you know? Like I know I
What?
don't I'm more interested in like learning how to separate my audio, like separate Discord into its own thing, separate
Are
my
you aware that OBS splits audio into 4 different channels?
I am, but I'm meaning like does it like cuz since everything is cuz since how my Discord is specifically it uh everything comes out either to speaker or comes out to the voice mod speaker, which is just basically amplified.
Oh, okay. You're using desktop audio to capture all of your audio then.
Majority of my audio, yes. Especially
Okay,
if
gotcha.
yeah.
So,
I would have
there's a
I would
way
have
to
yeah.
separate audio source by application, and it's actually what I do so that I can correctly control things and not have to turn down and be able to turn down like a game if it's super loud without adjusting the game for my personal audio.
Mm-hmm.
It's not terribly difficult to do. It's an add-on on OBS. I'll see if I can find the link and send it to you later. But
Mm-hmm.
then when you do that, you can separate audio by application, or you can also group applications together. Like I have all of my games piped into OBS under the same like audio setting, so it's all game audio.
Mm-hmm.
And then of course, through OBS, you can split that off into a specific track if you would like. That way, if you are, it's really only helpful if you're trying to separate your Twitch VOD sound from, like, for audio purposes or for music purposes, unless you're recording directly, and then OBS will go ahead and split those tracks out, and then when you drag it into your video editor of choice, then it'll split those tracks off correctly, typically, provided OBS doesn't fuck it up, which sometimes it does. It's super neat. Um,
That
but
never
yeah,
mind.
that's application or audio application output. It's pretty simple to set up once you get the hang of it.
Then that reminds me, I really or I remember I was actually thinking of like going through one of my VODs and editing it down to a video at some point. Specifically, the I wanted to do one of the Elden Ring ones for some reason. I'm like, oh yeah, I wanna try that. I want to see how it does. You know, probably some people would like it, some people might not. I don't know. I know. I at least get like someone who watches my VODs. Actually, funny enough.
It's never a bad option to just toss your VODs onto YouTube.
Oh
And if
yeah.
you want to do some light editing on like a full-length VOD, I've found less edits the better if it's like you're uploading like a full proper VOD, unless it's like a longer form, like basically just clip compilation of the VOD, which is doable, but it'll take a touch more work. But if you're just doing like straight VOD to YouTube stuff, the less you edit it, the better it'll feel and the more natural for your audience. Take out things like breaks where there's nothing interesting going on. If you spent a particularly long time, like, hunting something down in a game and it was in a goofy spot, you can sort of edit a bunch of that out just because that filler time isn't terribly important, especially if nothing interesting was going on.
Oh,
Up
if
to your
nothing
own
interesting
discretion
was
for
going.
obvious reasons.
All right, if nothing interesting was going on, right, then I'm going to be turning a 4-hour VOD to a 3-minute VOD because nothing ever interesting happens.
Well, that's not really what I'm meaning, but like, game-based, like, interesting. Like, if you're not making any
Yeah.
progress on whatever story you're playing, or you're not having any interesting conversations, you're not going off on any particularly
Rants.
interesting tirades. Right, exactly. Um, but in general, you sort of leave a lot of the stuff in there, and then pretty much the only thing that, if I actually am editing a VOD for YouTube purposes, which I almost never do because I fucking hate YouTube. I know I need to use it for discovery purposes and shit like that, but I fucking hate YouTube.
I'll be honest, I only use it to like export my VODs, and then that's really it. I haven't done
Mhm,
anything else on that fucking thing. I haven't
mhm,
made shorts. I haven't made any. Actually, no. I've edited a video for someone. Like I made them like a YouTube short, but it was only because since they managed to put it into like that short format, you know.
mhm,
And so all I did was edit the subtitles in and practically, and that's what I really did. I
mhm,
didn't do anything else, and I'm just like I don't mind doing that because since I was like really simple, and honestly overall I think I did a good job on it. I think I did a decent job on the editing video.
mhm,
I guess since it was a it was a clip of it was a clip of me me the streamer I was playing with or me, Sil, who was the streamer I was playing with, Selvion, and I think one other person, uh, Zira, that's her name. And so we were all playing Grounded together, but Sil ran into like a weird bug, which was
mhm.
which what was it? You know the have you played Grounded before? Or no.
I sure have. Yeah, I've played a lot of Grounded, unfortunately. It was mostly back in the alpha of it, so I haven't played a lot of it recently, but I've played a decent amount of Grounded.
It was one of like the first basic enemies. I think they're like aphids, Hi, Vesper.
Oh yeah, aphids. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So they looked up and they saw that an aphid was just basically like in an idle position in midair. It was just they were just staring at it and just like Syl's just like, hey, come over here real quick. Isn't this beautiful? I'm like, oh yeah. I just pull up my crossbow real quick and just like, no, don't shoot it. Just just admire it. And I think like after a few more seconds, I pulled the trigger and I killed the fucking aphid. I would have to show you the clip, but it was a funny one. It was like
Mm,
I think it was a really I think it was a good clip that we made.
mm.
I think there was only one other clip I needed a quick I wanted to edit for my friend Sil. It was it was Monaco. We were playing Monaco together. Me, Sil, and Selvion.
Wait,
And
Monaco. That's the like 4 player or up to 4 player co-op game where you're like little 2D color motherfuckers, like
y-
several like very colorful, like or
yes.
the thieves or something like that are colorful, and the rest of the thing is monochrome, right?
He everything
Okay.
it's like it is a top down perspective 2D game where you all play as like crooks with like special abilities
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
or
yeah, yeah.
basically
I think I
top
remember seeing that
top
game.
down 2D top down 2D payday, but instead you can't really like kill the enemy. It's more stealth focused, that one.
Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha.
But we were playing that one. I think another clip I wanted to do was Sid was just like in a bathroom and they were just like they were just in the bathroom and I was playing Sledgehammer. I was playing the Sledgehammer dude. Or just as I call Sledge from fucking Siege, who just busts down walls. I was on the outside of the perimeter, like on the balcony, and it was only a one way. I think it was like a two or like one way wall to the outside. I just start bashing in, and once I start breaking the wall where Syl is, I'm like, pissing all by yourself, handsome, and that was the whole clip. It was a good. Oh, I'm sure I need to find more of my clips that people that to like make into that content. I don't know. I don't know. I really even
I
like
have
thinking.
found making one's own clips is particularly hard because you were unfortunately present for all of it, and you do not have an outside perspective at what could be seen as humorous outside of the context of the entire stream. Because for me, every word that I fucking say, every word that spills out of my mouth when I open it, it's goddamn hilarious. So I just look at a stream and I'm like, yep, that's a good stream. And then I'm like, oh, there's nothing that's like clip worthy out of this because I don't know what's good out of context. I only know that this is all great in context.
I know. I think there was only one clip of mine that I think I did that I think I actually really loved. It was when I was playing Evil Within 2. It was it was a clip of me like, oh, there's still like one more zombie left in here. And then as soon as I said that, that one zombie I mentioned, he bursts through like some boxes and like is ready to attack me. But when I aim in, I take in like the most random shot. I get a headshot critical and his head explodes immediately. It's just like, oh, there he is. Boom, he's dead. Goodbye
Hell
now.
yeah.
I think that would be the one that I want to do. You know,
Mm.
at least that's what I
Hey, quick
think.
question. Or
Yeah.
quick, not really. I guess it is a question. Do you happen to be able to give me like a cross-platform play room code? Because for some reason joining off of friends list is not working, and neither did your invite. I think it's because of the way that I'm playing the game. It is not cross-platform, but I'm
Are you
using
playing it?
Xbox like
Are you
streaming.
using Microsoft? Or are you playing it here? Are you playing it through Microsoft? Or are you playing it through Steam? I should say.
I'm playing it through Microsoft, but I'm playing it through like the cloud gaming thing through the Xbox app.
You
So it's
sh-
being a little weird since I'm not on a proper console.
Let me put on Funny Cat real quick.
It's been a little goofy.
Alright. Fight. Uh, I forgot how to make the cross-platform codes.
If it's too much of work, it's
No,
genuinely not a big deal.
how did you make? No, I'm trying to remember. How did you make the cross-platform codes? Because let me try sending you another invite just in case. Just in case. Because I'll be honest, I am trying to remember how to make those cross-platform codes.
Like I said, genuinely not a big deal. We're having a great conversation. I didn't want to interrupt that.
That is true. Looking it up on Google now. Alright, you might have to lose the music for a thing, so I'm gonna have to hide that real quick. Or wash simulator plus platform.
What while you're looking that up, what decibel do you typically keep your music at?
Are you meaning like desktop audio in general?
Oh, that's right. You don't have that separated out. Never mind. Silly question. We just talked about this earlier.
Yeah. If you're curious, I have my desktop audio at negative 23.1 decibels.
Okay, yeah, that's about right.
And then
For overall desktop audio, that's about right.
Yeah. Because since I had to balance like music and such. You know, I will say
it's not too loud for the record. It's actually a touch quiet in my opinion. However, due to the fact that you're not balancing audio specifically in OBS, you're balancing it another way. I think you've done a perfect job with what you've got.
I will say, like, if you're curious, when I'm making making audio for something sometimes, what I might do is that I might actually like max out like the volume in this thing, but then I might lower it in like another thing. Like I do that a lot in like say a video game. Like for audio sometimes I would like purposely like set everything to 100, but then I only use my TV to like to edit to like, you know, edit it kind of.
For sure. I have a particularly nice set of headphones, so if unfortunately every game when it first installs launches at 100, and that's no bueno for me because I typically keep games that are like 30 to 50% audio, and so every time a new game launches I'm like, oh god, it's so loud, I can't think.
Mm-hmm.
My penchant for playing racing games is particularly atrocious for that, because a bunch of different racing games will open with just the like rev of the car's RPMs, and it's at like a billion fucking decibels in my ears. I've launched Forza before and just had to take my headphones off. I'm like, oh god, I'm inside of a jet engine. What is happening?
I love being inside. I am a jet engine. I am the jet.
Good, well done. Good joke.
Let me do this real quick. Oh, I might have to do this, set it to crossplay, and then do this. Allow other players to join, assist your career. This can turn off at any time. Yes. Alright, let me send you a code for the code thing real quick. I will DM it to you. Let me open up my phone on Discord. My phone Discord. Where are you? Glad. I'm glad I can just. I'm glad I can just type glad.
I don't think you understand. My username, and thusly the name that I am forever known by on the internet, has been meticulously crafted so I can make an absurd amount of jokes
Mm-hmm.
about how my name is in fact Glad.
Mm.
Like, that is half of the point of my username.
Alright. I believe there you are.
Hello.
Welcome on in. Where are you? I
I'm
don't know
not
where.
technically in yet.
Oh yeah,
It's only told me that I've joined your game. However, I'm currently loading in.
you're
I'm looking at a
currently
progress
downloading
bar.
Dirt.
That is correct. I am downloading Dirt.
Yeah. How does it?
1.706 megabytes worth of it.
How do you feel about that there is a 1.6 megabytes of Dirt?
I have to fucking download 1.6 megabytes of fucking Dirt. I think that's ridiculous. Hey,
Welcome
here we
on
are.
in. Hello.
Hello.
You are also blue. You're the basic
I
power washer.
I'm
So,
sure that I am.
are you
Hang on
playing
a second.
this? Are you playing this on controller? I should ask.
Yes. Yes,
All
I
right,
sure am.
on Xbox controller, correct?
Yes.
Do you know the controls?
I know most of the controls. I know the important ones. I know the show dirt option and the change nozzle button and the rotate option.
Do you know how to change your power washer?
No, not a clue.
If you press the select button, you'll bring up a little screen here. You'll see power
Ah,
washer, extension, nozzle, and cleaning liquid. I
yes, I
have
see.
the you can since most of the stuff is synced with me, you already have some of the better equipment. So you have the best power washer, which is the Prime Vista Pro. You have you have most of the extensions, uh, clothing, and all of that. And then you have all your nozzles and such.
Mm.
So I would
I
recommend
don't
putting on.
seem to actually have any clothing.
Oh yeah,
However,
you have to buy clothing for yourself. Clothing and gloves and power. I believe power washing thingies is its own
oh,
thingy.
that's a beefy motherfucker. You know,
Yes.
speaking of games being too loud, now that I'm in this game and playing it properly, holy shit, this game is loud.
Man, I never knew that ding was gonna be so loud. It sounded like a microwave. You know, you want to know something that I want to try because since someone has been like meme or people have been memeing about it on Twitter.
What's that?
Have you ever heard of like Peps? I think it's like Pepsi Nitro or something like that.
Is that just Pepsi but run through a nitro machine?
So I heard my friend recently like literally tried it tonight, and they told me that it's like Pepsi, like you know how like the creamy stuff from like root beer or like cream soda. Think of that, but with like a hint of Pepsi, basically.
Okay, so what it sounds like is they've run Pepsi through a nitro machine, which is nitrous oxide. It's a method of cooling it. It's typically used for coffee and alcohol. Actually, it's the it's what makes nitro cold brew at some coffee places. If you happen to know what that is, I used to work at a coffee place. That's the only
I
reason I'm
have.
familiar with it.
You're talking to someone who is a fan of making pilk, and you don't. I don't think I know anything about like a barista. Barista.
Barista, yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
I don't know shit
I
about it.
fucking hate coffee, for the record. Like, I used to work at a coffee shop, and I fucking despise coffee.
Like drinking it or
I
just
do
in
not like.
general.
Oh, just drinking it. Like, I don't like the way it tastes. I don't like anything about it. Also, did I just fucking lag out?
This game is prone to that. I will
Nope,
promise you.
I'm still in game.
Are you
Xbox is just
Did your
struggling.
controller guy?
Nope.
Oh, where the? Oh,
I'm
there you
having a
are.
very unique and first world problem with the game stream itself. Um,
Are you being
oh,
moved?
here we go.
Oh, there.
No, my screen just like entirely pixelated and I couldn't see, but I could hear that there were still game sounds going, which means I was still alive and active in the game.
Oh yeah. I also use the Xbox screen share shit sometimes, and that
Mm.
it happens sometimes. It's just Wi-Fi. It's just if you have a Wi-Fi issue, it'll do that, and also sometimes it does it to like to
Oh,
not
I'm on
con.
Ethernet. But
Oh
I'm literally like game streaming. Like, you know Google Stadia, you know the cloud service Google Stadia
yeah.
where you didn't have to download any games, you could just stream them? That's literally what I'm doing. I'm doing the Microsoft version of that.
No. How does it feel to
I
do the
do this
Microsoft?
because I can do that for streaming and it doesn't
Tank.
absolutely abuse the CPU in my computer. It's great. I can offload all of that power to a server farm somewhere else.
But I uh I never was a coffee drinker either myself. I never actively like went out to drink coffee. I know anytime I did when my friends offered, I always tried to take out like the easy option of like I went with like a latte or something like that, you know?
Mm.
Cuz since
Oh, I'm
I
very particular about my coffee orders because of how much I fucking hate the way that it tastes. It's got to be just loaded with sugar and a whole bunch of other shit,
oh
and it
oh don't
cannot
worry.
taste like coffee.
I am in the same boat with you. When I actually that actually reminds me of how I made my tea. Funny enough,
Mm.
when I made my tea, what I would do is I would take my like just think of the cup of tea here, but typically I would make it like a milk tea-ish, or like in my eyes I would make it a milk tea. I would basically put like coffee creamer in it, like straight up
Yeah,
coffee creamer,
yeah, that's
like French vanilla coffee creamer, and I actually really enjoyed that. Like it really helps me out, or it helped me out like drinking tea a bit more, because since then the one thing I don't like doing with some like drinking about some things is like if I'm drinking something, I need to make sure it tastes different, or like it tastes like it's not water, you know?
mm.
Like
If your
I've
tea
like
tastes like it's water, you are not steeping it long enough. Professional opinion here. I love tea. I don't like coffee, but I fucking love tea. I drink so
I've
many different types of tea.
I've had other people even make it for me, like tea experts themselves, and I still don't taste like much difference. That's why like I've had to always divulge into milk tea. Like I've
Mm.
had to
I mean,
divulge
I
into
prefer putting milk with my tea too. I'm not saying that you're wrong there, but just if the base taste of the tea is water, it's not steeped long enough, in my personal opinion.
I mean, how
Or
long
you
would
have
you
a
steep
boring
it for?
flavor.
Oh, okay.
I
Damn,
usually
I'm
steep
boring.
mine for 3 to 5 minutes.
I think actually yeah, that I don't go that long. I know, but I like try to make sure like like think of just like a tight grip hold and just like squeezing the life out of the tea bag.
Oh yeah,
And
for sure. That's how you end a good steep.
like that's how I that's how I do it. That's exactly how I always make my tea. Like when I get it, like I let it sit in there for like a good couple minutes, and then when I take it out, I like I wrap the string around it, tighten it so at least in it squeeze it out some of the liquid in it, and then and then using the little tab that it's attached to the string, I use that and press it into the tea bag to like fully like get everything out. Like
Mm-mm.
like that's what I do. But either way, um, ever since like I remember I like first tried tea, I'm like I'm gonna try something different, and my parents offered, oh, why don't you try why don't you try like putting coffee creamer in it? And I'm like, okay, I'll do that. Because since before I put coffee creamer in it, I put about 6 to like 7 things of sugar, like tablespoons of sugar into
Mm.
my thing. Like, and some people are gonna call me crazy for that, but like that's what I did. But
Nah, no
once
judgment. Drink your tea how you want to drink your tea.
But
I put
once,
honey in my tea.
yeah, that actually sounds really good though. What I ever since I did that, ever since I started putting like coffee creamer in it, I've been putting like probably like 3 sugars in it still, because since I still like sweeter tea, and
Hmm.
that's my opinion. I fucking love sweet tea. All right.
I don't love sweet tea as much as certain people who live in my general geographic area love sweet tea, because I do believe that there is an upward limit on how sweet tea can be before it turns into drinking syrup, and while I'm not morally opposed to drinking syrup, if I'm gonna drink syrup, I might as well just go and drink syrup and not waste a tea bag on it.
I mean, I mean, I mean, how sweet do you think it? How many like tablespoons wise? How many do you think it would be until it gets to that point?
I have no idea. Whatever fucking southern sweet tea at McDonald's fucking puts into that. That shit is literal syrup.
I mean,
I don't know how people have teeth after drinking the McDonald's sweet tea here in the good old South.
I'm surprised. I would say I'm like, I always get the sweet tea option at McDonald's, no matter
That
what.
shit is so sweet. That shit is so sweet.
I kind of like it, but it's like,
Like,
there-
I'm not judging you for liking it. Please like whatever you would like. However, I cannot bodily consume it.
but yeah, I also recommend make sure to put on one of the extensions if you would like, if something is too far away from you.
Mm. I've just been hopping up on it. It's a big monster truck. I've been climbing over it like a little spider monkey.
The spider, or you were, what was it? It was a spider, or I forgot. I already forgot what your character is supposed to be.
Well, I'm a changeling. I'm a
Changeling.
member
There
of
you
the
go.
Fae, which is why you never fucking see me.
But I see you now,
I vanish
cleaning a
into the
wash.
woods
I see
with
you cleaning.
absolutely no warning for weeks at a time. I mean, you see me now, yeah, because that's where I'm at right now. I'm here.
Or are you?
I mean, bodily I'm here.
I'm.
Mentally, that's another question.
I was gonna actually. I was gonna actually. I was gonna say if you say you're here, you're not technically here because since you're using the cloud gaming spot, so you're somewhere else.
That's true. That's true. That's a very good example of me being a Fae. I'm in literally two places at once. I am
Sure.
playing this game on PC, however, it's reading as though I'm playing it on Xbox. It's fantastic.
You know, I I bought a few games on Steam like yesterday, and I'm honestly thinking I might actually make an effort to try out how my PC handles streaming a Steam game and doing OBS at the same time.
Mm.
I have never tested this before because
What's the processor you're rocking?
like the CPU.
Yeah, the processor.
Oh, it is a 12th gen Intel CPU. i7.
i7. That's the word I was looking for. You should be fine. You
Yeah.
shouldn't have too much of an issue as long as it's not like a turbo like graphics intensive game and you don't have the graphics turned up to fucking maximum, which admittedly I have been streaming before and I accidentally defaulted to the maximum settings on something like, I don't know, Final Fantasy 14 or something like that. I don't remember what it was at the time. But ooh, that was my computer did not like that very much. Because I can definitely run it on max graphics settings when I'm not streaming, and that's what it was set up for because I was playing it off of stream, and then I jumped into stream and I was like, huh, that's crazy. Literally all of my frames for my whole computer, not even just this game, all of my frames dipped down to like 10. What happened? And
You
then I was
know,
like, oh right. My fucking GPU is crying in the corner.
uh, that reminds me of the days where like on my old computer, like I had integrated graphics on it, which, by the way, compared to now, compared to the fucking thing that I have now, I think it was actually like a decent CPU. It was like a, I think it was another like i7. It was the 10th gen. But it's like looking at it now, like I had integrated graphics. I remember playing like several games on it. One of them being like Lunch Lady, and I just remember like running it at 15 frames and everything going in at like slow motion. It was just like
A real gamer only needs 1 frame per second to absolutely.
oh,
I don't know where I'm going with this.
the thing is, I can like I'm just saying, like I am someone who can like deal with super low frame rates.
Oh,
Like
me too.
like I mean I'm a fucking Nintendo fanboy. I mean obviously I fucking can, you know. Like
I'm genuinely convinced that my eyes work slower than the rest of the population because everybody's like, oh, I can tell a difference between 60 frames and 30 frames a second. I'm like, I'm glad you fucking can. I sure the fuck can't.
oh I know I can. I know I can. I can tell like like that difference. Like it's when but I think one of the things that like that people haven't seen from me is I'm able I can purposely tell when an image has been compressed and sent to me when an image hasn't been compressed. Like my eyes detect that because I remember like as a kid I would always be browsing on the fucking 3DS browser. Yes, on the internet browser on 3DS. Alright, I use that unironically. I
No,
remember
no,
actually.
I too remember looking up porn on my fucking Wii.
I
Don't
wasn't
you worry,
even.
I understand what you were doing.
I wasn't specifically meaning that. But still, I looked up like a lot of images. Like I was always on Google Images on my 3DS, and just like now, like comparing that to the knowledge I have now, it's just like I can see when an image is compressed, and it outright makes me uncomfortable when I find a compressed image.
Mm.
Like I can't stare at a compressed image. I don't know. Like I think that's just I think it might just be me, but it's like literally like I can't fucking look at that image anymore. I can't look at it the same. It's too low poly for me. 1 bit, 2 bit, like fucking 7 bit, blah blah blah. But no, I got super used to it though. 100%.
Mm.
Like I probably can I probably but back to the frame rate thing. I can tell the difference between 60 and 30 because since then it's like when you play on like 30 FPS all your life, especially like on like Nintendo consoles, and then or I should specifically say like upgrading your Xbox to it, you know, to like the Series X. It makes such a difference when you see like 60 like 60 or 30 to 60, or I should say one of the major things I remember doing was my friend one of my friends has like they had a first off I should say they had a beastly fucking like computer. I don't know what was in it, but I was playing like Call of Duty Cold War at like I think 120 FPS, like locked 120 FPS. Um, it was like a curved screen monitor, and it was just like ray tracing and all that. And just like, oh my god, it felt different. I feel like I've never like explored the world of like how good it feels to like have like a decently running PC, you know?
Mm.
And I don't know, that's probably just because it's I feel like I feel like I've been like in the world of like exploring like extremely slow computers and extremely fast computers, you know?
Mm.
Right, you got the cat tongue and the flame exhaust. Hmm. Flame exhaust is oh it's that one. I don't know word. Oh, all right, time to watch the funny little thingy. And then and then it shows the two of us working together. Let's go. Oh wait, I thought this monster truck was gonna be more of a hassle than I thought it was. But it wasn't. All right, you ready to clean the next thingy?
Yeah.
I'm curious. Do you want the achievements in this game? Yes or no?
I could not give a shit less about this game.
Okay. I was gonna say there's an achievement for this one where the Ferris wheel must be constantly on. As you
That
can
doesn't even sound that difficult, to be quite honest with you. However, I am not an achievement hunter. I play games to enjoy games, and that's it. If I have to do work, for a game and it stops being entertaining, then I'm not gonna do it. Which is why I'm not an achievement hunter, because I just don't care.
Oh, I know
I'm here for fun.
I know I wanna 100% or try to get the achievements for this game specifically, like all the achievements. Because I think it sounds fun. Like I think the only thing that's gonna be difficult is just doing the what's its name? There was one where it's like, oh, you have to do like these time trials for like power washing or stuff like that. And I only have to do a few of them, which thank God, because I am not gonna be doing all of them if I had to, because I'm already doing the Arkham. I'm already doing like the Arkham trilogy of achievements. Soon enough, Arkham, all 4 of the Arkham games, because since I have Origins on my computer. But I am currently going through Arkham City right now, and I'm on the fucking longest part of the grind, which is completing every single of the Riddler challenges and campaigns with Catwoman, Robin, Nightwing, and Batman.
Isn't one of the Riddler ones time-based? Oh no, wait, that was Calendar Man. Never mind.
Oh yeah, no, that was Calendar. Yeah, Calendar Man. I have to do that one as well, but that one I can actually easily cheese out though. I have to like set my Xbox date to like specific days and then do that, basically. But it's just gonna be annoyingly hard to do it, because since it's like I don't like playing Catwoman, and I really don't like playing her in the Batman games. It's so extremely awkward to me especially when coming straight off of Batman, I should say, because I'm so used to like there's like a few strategies of mine that I'm so used to, especially like point gaining. Hello, Dranna.
Well,
welcome on in, Dranna. We're playing Power Wog Simulator.
I know. I will be the soap.
Okay. All right.
It's gonna be sure to drop you in every shower that I find.
But the Batman thing is just like I'm so used to playing Batman because I have so many strategies with him of how to like gain points. Like one of his multi-ground takedown, I use that a lot to deal with like a shit ton of enemies. But then Catwoman, what does she have? Whip and trip whip, and that's it. It's like, okay. The whole thing with her, the whole thing.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
My strategy has divulged to Catwoman is to stun beatdown, and then it's just stun beatdown takedowns the entire time. Which, granted, that is how I rack up the that's how I build up the combo thing, but it's like I have to do everything like that. And it's so annoying.
Mm.
Because since I wish Catwoman had like a special like combo takedown, or at least multi takedown, because it made it so much easier for Batman. I don't even think Robin or Nightwing has it, so that's gonna be also a trip to do.
So, slight side tangent. I am unironically vaguely upset over Catwoman's existence due to the fact that originally
Oh yeah, you told me this
her
before.
shtick. I probably have told you before.
I
It's something I'm
remember.
ironically always mad about. Her shtick was always cat puns. That was her big thing when she was introduced. That was the whole point of her character, was to make cat puns. She's a cat burglar. It's great. Her original whip was a cat of nine tails, and now she's just a funny lady in leather with a fucking whip, and it makes no goddamn sense why she has a whip. We're like, why does she have a whip? Well, you see, because it used to be a pun, because it used to be a cat of nine tails, but then comic book writers realized that they couldn't just have somebody walk around with a fucking cat of nine tails and have it be believable.
I thought
But
you were just
the loss of puns is always a sad day for me.
yeah. They ain't very that ain't very funny of them. They're not funny for that.
Mm-mm.
No humor for you, as said by the Twitter users of comic books. Let's go. Oh yeah, oh yeah. By the way, this button press is very loud. What the fuck am I missing on this platform?
Um, the cheese.
It's over there. It's that over there.
It needs cheese.
Okay,
It might need
let me just splurge all over it real quick. Hold on.
Gross, that's not cheese.
It's not cheese.
I mean,
If
it
there's
can be.
cheese involved in that, there is a problem, because then it's dick cheese and nobody wants that.
I was just
Smegma
gonna say.
is not our friend. Say
I
it
was
with me now. Bathe.
Epic. Thumbs up emoji. All I know is Power Wash and the Heavenly Potemkin Buster. Well, that's a different story.
Oh yeah, Potbuster.
I was playing Guilty Gear today, and I'm not gonna lie to you, I was kind of salty for my matches today, because since all of them had fucking terrible lag, even with the rollback netcode, I had like 200 to like 200 to like 300 like millisecond fucking lag, and it was just like kept stuttering, and I'm like, bro, please let me just play the game. I want to play Potemkin. I want to be funny. Right? He's my life. I need to. Please. Are you playing League?
What? No.
Okay.
That sounded like the denial of somebody who's definitely playing League.
I'm not. You could check my Discord right now to see what the hell I'm playing.
I was getting you shit for no fucking reason.
Oh, Drana, you want to know who's actually been playing League a lot more?
Who?
Senpai Metal.
I haven't really touched League that much over the past month or two.
It just
you
like
are better for it.
It's just oddly weird to hear my friend like Senpai to fucking be playing League, because since he is shit on it so much. Are you still cleaning something over here?
I don't know.
It's up here. If you jump.
I thought you said cream and I got scared.
That's right, Creamer Nation. You know that's an actual hashtag that's trending on Twitter right now, right?
Okay,
That's
but
dumb
like,
and
is it
stupid.
really trending, or is it the For You trending? Because they've recently algorithmically based their trending tab to show
They
you your own personal interests in the form of trending. There is a different thing on Twitter that you have to go for the actual top 100 trending tags on Twitter, and it's the dumbest possible thing ever.
I
I don't
just
know
know
how to get up there.
I just know I saw like people saying like oh, this is the worst hashtag because since like some like coffee creamer company was like using like use Creamer Nation to be like to like show us that you've been using this coffee creamer. It's just like, bro, that no, no, please. I don't want to be a part of the Creamer Nation.
I am a part of the Creamer Nation. I don't know what y'all are talking about.
No, I am. What do you mean? I'm a part of the Creamer Nation because since you know I actually put coffee creamer in my tea.
Mm.
All right,
But why would you cream in tea?
because since it's fucking good to put coffee
Hey,
creamer
it
in
ain't
tea.
called a tea bag for nothing, alright?
Why the hell did my boss spawn in?
Your boss from like work,
No, I'm
like
doing a thing that I have to kill things to spawn a boss and then kill the boss.
Mm.
Where the hell's the boss?
are you playing
Because he
vampire?
spawned. He spawned, but wait, he's not here.
But he
Where
didn't
he
spawn.
at?
He's
But
scared of you. You're running.
But the AI is supposed to literally run at me. Where is it? And
Where
it spawns in front of me.
he's-
Where is it?
Learning to be afraid of you. It's running. Chase it down.
You're playing Skyblock. Oh.
Yeah.
No, I also have to make sure I alt tab to YouTube.
There you
YouTube.
are.
The boss in Drama's
Frick.
game.
I don't know why we're over here of all places. I was nowhere near there.
Well, maybe he wanted to take a nice trip. I mean, would you hate the dude if he took like a nice vacation to Florida?
Yes.
Yes, because then I'd have to go spend the money and go all the way to Florida myself.
And you don't want to go to Florida, especially right now.
I mean, but then you get to go to the world's largest McDonald's.
Oh boy. I thought that was in New York.
No,
Actually.
that's in fucking.
No,
That's
that
in.
doesn't surprise me. I just, for some reason, thought it was in New York.
McDonald.
I'll be honest. I thought it was in I thought it was in Las Vegas.
Actually, I went to a local. Yeah, I went to go get a quick meal with friends at a local pizza place yesterday, and someone had ordered. Someone at a different table had ordered like chicken tenders or some crap.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy that came over to give them the food was like, "Here's your chicken McNuggets, sir." And I'm like, "Buddy, this is not a McDonald's."
I think or oh no, like probably yesterday. Yeah, no, it was yesterday. It was like yesterday or like I classified like 2 days ago. But my I was on DoorDash and I ordered some food for myself and I sent it in. All right. And it was like I got like an offer of like, oh, order like $20 plus and then you get like a free McChicken. I'm like, okay, I'll do that. I did that. And I remember like put the order in, waited for it, it came in. As soon as I had the order at my door, I brought it in, and I fucking looked in. I looked in, I saw the chicken, had the chicken. Reached back in, had some fries. Reached back in for a cheeseburger, which was supposed to be 2 cheeseburgers, 2 fries, and a 20 McNugget. Reached in, no fucking cheeseburgers. There was
Rest in
no
peace.
there was no fucking cheeseburgers. They had my nuggets, they had my chicken sandwich. They didn't have any fucking nugget sauces. And it's just like
Did the guy steal your nugget sauces and
What a
crap?
sad day.
but
Or
I
did they
should
not pack them? Or do you not know?
So I'm leaning on the thing that I think that DoorDasher fucking went like, yummy, and just fucking opened up the bag and took the fucking burgers. But for some, like, I think that because since when I got the order, when I got the order, one of the sides, like, when you order like a meal that big, especially on delivery, there's like a big bag where they would take, like, in 3 spots they would like do like McDonald's tape practically over it, and one of them wasn't
McTape?
wasn't a one of them was open when I got the meal.
Ah.
And that's either probably me being somehow later on recognizing, oh yeah, this thing, I opened it but I didn't realize it, or it was actually open. I'm leaning more on it was actually open, but the dude didn't touch my McFlurry though. I had a McFlurry with it, and it's like he didn't touch that. Didn't
God
touch
damn, you got a McDonald's that has an ice cream machine that works? That's crazy.
Yes. No, I've been to several McDonald's at like the past like, or I've been one of my McDonald's like literally is like has like an ice cream machine working, and it's kind of funny how it's like at some point in time the McDonald's that this is in a town that was considered one of like the top 10 worst towns to be in the United States.
Now I think that's just all of them.
But I'm not wrong. But like, legitimately, it's like when I hear people going like, "Man, McDonald's sucks," it's like when I get like fucking this service at like one of those towns, I'm like, bro, you just got shitty service. That's just not McDonald's itself. That's just on either you or the people who are working there. Alright. But either way, like literally last night was probably the first time like I've ever had like a DoorDasher like either munch at my order or fuck up an order, basically. And I've had a really good track record so far, because since I've been using DoorDash for like a couple years now, so. So it's like it's oddly just surprising when I look back at it, but I mean, the only reason why like I didn't like straight up like call support and like get this shit resolved. Like I did the normal like DoorDash like, oh, what is something missing from your order? Yeah, this is missing from my order. Okay, you get some money back. Like I did that. The reason why I didn't do that is because the fucking McChicken that I was brought was it was the heavenliest of heavenly fucking Potemkin Busters I've ever fucking had. Oh my god. I am not joking you. I took a bite of that thing and it felt amazing. It had it had things that I didn't even put on it, but it was just on there. It was like added bacon, added like tomato, added like cheese, all of that together on a McChicken, and it just fucking slaps. It was so good. I was like, if that dude took I will be honest, if I like lost the McChicken of that quality, to the DoorDasher instead of my 2 cheeseburgers, and alright, I'm just saying, I would have thrown hands. I would have
But you would
chased
never
him down.
know if you would
You
ever
would have never
lost.
known, yeah.
I
You
would
don't
have
know
never
if those
known.
cheeseburgers were of equal quality because you didn't get to consume them.
If you've had a McDonald's, like a $1 McDonald's cheeseburger before, I think you would know, like, how much of quality they would be.
Actually, fun fact: I have never had a burger from McDonald's.
That's probably a wise choice.
I mean, honestly, there's
I've had
few.
nugs. I've had chicken sandwich. I've had the McRib, but I've never had a burger.
I'll be honest, I've been like slowly losing. There's only been like some things that like I've been losing faith in for McDonald's. Which first off, one of the things that there's only one thing that I think completely fell off compared to a kid: the McDonald's fries. All right, I think McDonald's fries fell off. That's what I think.
If the McDonald's fries are fresh, they are some of the better fries in my personal opinion, but I don't really maybe a hot take here. I'm not the biggest fan of like super thick fries. So I like the thinner shoestring fries that McDonald's has.
I love the Burger King fries, honestly. Those are my favorite fries. But
Those are some of my least
I
favorite
despise
fast food
Burger
fries.
King.
I like Burger King. I do not like the Burger King fries.
I love the Burger King fries.
I despise Burger King.
Burger King has a very good chicken sandwich, hilariously enough.
Funny enough, I actually
That's
say
literally what everyone tells me, but I'm like, no, Burger King. The one time I've ever had Burger King, it was the worst thing.
you want to know what's like an oddly like a McDonald's chicken sandwich is oddly good somehow.
Yeah, it's pretty good. The spicy McChicken that's like $2 or whatever. It's pretty good for what it is.
Yeah, but I was saying, I love Burger King fries, but we were talking about fries. There was like I think McDonald's fries have been falling off. Oh yeah, and also both the DoorDasher as well. He brought my fries cold. They were fucking cold and fucking mushy.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
It was like I've
happened with pretty much any DoorDasher. I'm willing to bet.
No,
Fries don't stay warm very long.
I've had DoorDashers like actually bring me like fries that are like actually like warm. You know, I don't.
That's impressive. DoorDash does not equip their drivers correctly for bringing hot food to people.
I mean, I'm surprised. I mean, it's probably not even because of the quality of fry. It's probably not because of the temperature of fry. It was just like the quality of fry, I should say, that's like more important. It's like it was mushy. But I think there was only one time like I think I've had like McDonald's fries recently that's like, you know, I'm happy that like I've actually like had McDonald's fries and I actually would have preferred to have them because they were fresh. Because since every other time I've been getting it, I have been either like, oh, like they're in the middle of the batch or like something. But like, what the fuck, man? You know? Like, I feel like I've been like cheaped out of some fries at McDonald's 100%. But then again, I've been honestly wanting to have Burger King more, because since I actually do like Burger King more, generally, I'm more of a Burger King connoisseur.
Burger King and Taco Bell are the only two fast food options that I eat consistently, due to the fact that they are the only fast food options that actually have vegetarian options.
The only reason why I actively like go to McDonald's is because since at my workplace that's like the closest spot to me. Like genuinely, what is the closest spot to me and cheapest? McDonald's. Because since it's a McDonald's app. So like I remember like at my work I would literally head over to the food court and just go to McDonald's. just because
Mm,
I can get like a regular meal for like $6 or like five
mm.
bucks, maybe even $4 if like if for the month I get the chicken sandwiches for the month. Which honestly, I actually do prefer the chicken sandwiches somehow at McDonald's because those are somehow really good.
It's so hard to fuck up chicken. I usually prefer chicken sandwiches just about anywhere I go because it's so hard to fuck up chicken. Like you can do it, don't get me wrong, you can fuck up chicken. It's not an impossibility, but it is so much harder to fuck up chicken than it is to fuck up beef. In my very, very personal opinion.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely. I think I think one of my actually now I'm thinking about it. What do you think has like what place do you think has the best chicken sandwich? Like not even just counting like everything.
I
Like
am legally obligated to tell you Popeyes.
you know I'm in
I
that
am
same boat.
legally obligated to tell you that Popeyes has the best chicken sandwich. And the reason I'm legally obligated to tell you that is because I live in Louisiana. And the people from Louisiana, that's our state opinion. That's our state sponsored opinion is that Popeyes has the best chicken sandwich. However,
Yeah,
I do stand by that opinion. It's a really fucking good chicken sandwich.
I don't have
I
enough
think
experience with Popeye's chicken sandwich to do that to say that.
I love Popeye's chicken
Because
sandwiches. I'm like
the only Popeye, the closest Popeyes to me is like a 40-minute drive.
Hmm.
the
Or
closest.
like a 30, 35, 40-minute drive or something like that.
I think the closest one to me is like probably like a 20-ish minute drive. I think.
It's still a fast food chicken sandwich, don't get me wrong. It's definitely not worth it if you don't have one spitting distance from you at any given time, but I just happen to have several within a 1 mile radius of me, so.
Oh, trust me. Whenever on the rare chance that I do go to the mall and I'm eating in the mall food court, it is Popeyes.
What do you after Popeyes?
Because
What do you think is best?
have I learned in like in the past recent year or two that I have a huge soft spot for warm biscuits.
Mmm.
Warm fresh
All the-
biscuits.
Oh, them Popeyes biscuits will get you if you don't watch out. Oh, they'll
Oh,
sneak up on
what do
you.
you mean? Oh, when I
They'll
can
fucking
actually
choke on them motherfuckers.
I can actually show you a picture that I made like a couple years ago. It was a
Like I have gone to that food court, that exact food court, which I and just I was not planning on eating anything. I would get a box of 6 biscuits
Oh,
and
hell
proceed to eat them at home for the next 2 days.
Nah, hell yeah.
is it the is are you
Good.
getting it from the
It doesn't
mall
matter
that
if they're warm or not. They're just good, way
Mhm.
too good. And I don't
Are
even
you-
need to put anything on them. I don't even need to like make a sandwich or anything out of them. They're just good.
Mm-hmm.
Are you getting it from the mall that I'm thinking it is? Like
I don't know, but don't say it. Maybe.
I like it's the I yeah. I
I know you're probably thinking it is. I would assume it probably is.
yeah, because I don't remember there being a Popeyes there though. I just genuinely don't. All right, glad. Here you go. I'll give you a little fun ride.
Oh boy. Unfortunately, I'm going down, which was not the expected direction.
I actually don't know which one you're in. But after Popeyes, what do you think has like one of the best chicken sandwiches though?
Probably Burger King, if I had to put like my direct opinions on something.
I haven't had fast food enough in recent times to even make an opinion on that.
Like my friend ranked a bunch of places. I think the places that he ranked was like he ranked Popeyes, KFC, Wingstop, Burger King, Wendy's, McDonald's. I'm trying to remember where else. I think he did some other. I think he did like one or two other places, but those are like the main.
Oh, you just reminded me of something.
What?
You know what my answer to that question actually might be?
What?
A&W.
Mm.
I've you know,
Solid
I will
choice. Solid
say
choice.
I've never had an A&W chicken sandwich, but I've had the burgers there, and I want to say like A&W or burgers is something. I definitely should say, because since I went with a friend of mine, and it's like yeah we went and all, but I think it's like I would never objectively pick this place over like others though.
I have before.
I
And
never
no, it's not necessarily for the food, but it's for the novelty of going to an A&W to have an A&W root beer float at A&W. That is the main reason why you go, and the food there being pretty good is a plus
I think the
if you
food
decide to have a full meal.
I think the food is like decent, but I don't think it's like the best. It's like one of the best things, honestly.
Yeah,
At
but you
least for
go
me.
there for for freaking you go there for
Go there for bragging rights. Because there are a lot of people who've never been to a fucking A&W before because they're so hard to fucking find, especially in my area of the country.
My
yeah,
friend
the one that there are two that I know of that are around my area. One is like a 30-45 minute drive. The other is like a 2.5 hour drive. And the one 2.5 hours away closed over the past few years.
A sad day.
wait, I know one of the A&W places. I believe actually around your area it actually reopened recently, I believe. I
I
actually
would have to
remember
look.
I actually remember because since I actually remember because since one of my friends wanted me to go with them.
Maybe I don't. Again, I don't. I'm not going out of my way to look up where the hell an A&W is. So I did it once, and
I
that was
will
a few years ago.
I will tell you, my friend though, he is way more of an A&W fan than probably you are.
Hey, I go there for root beer float and very long spoon. Very long spoon is very important.
That is honestly extremely funny though. The fucking length of that stupid fucking spoon.
What do you mean? I can make the very far away cereal joke now.
No, you want to you want. I remember when we first went there, or we got that like we got a root beer float and got that, and we're like, what the fuck? We got like an extra spoon, and as a joke, what we did was we went to like I think we went to like Target afterwards and looked and went into like the picture framing and went to like look for picture frames and we literally framed the long spoon in his house. Yes, it's by the way, I want to say it is still in its wrapper and it is framed right next to the door.
It's
So
great.
when you walk into the house, you will see that that the spoon is there.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
I
That's
just
amazing.
it was so stupid. uh
But no, like my family likes to save like frozen yogurt spoons and stuff. So it was only natural for us to save very long spoon for us to use. Like I actively use like the frozen yogurt little frozen yogurt spoons to eat yogurts, like the yogurts with the small top openings, because it's hard to eat those with a normal sized spoon because sometimes you can't get the spoon in there or out of there properly, so you just use that.
Oh, I was thinking you're meaning
There
the
is no reasonable way to use a very long spoon other than root beer float. But it's there for the novelty and for the joke, especially with it being so long and small and funny.
No, there's no reason that you can use the spoon. The long spoon. You can like attack. You can fight with it. Like it. I'm trying to think. Oh yeah, no. So you want to know actually what my friend actually from that same A&W place that we went to. I remember that A&W actually like made a Facebook post about it, and the official like A&W basically saw it and were like, who is this person? We're going like, if you know who this person is, we are going to contact them and send you free stuff. And he's like, oh, that's me, I'm this person. He got like a free shirt. I think he got like a free mug out of it as well. Just like he got
Hell
like
yeah.
he got like for him being the A&W fan of the group, like props to him.
Yeah, that sounds hype as fuck.
Oh, it's funny. I definitely will say it was certainly fucking funny. Cause I, how much do you expect that some person comes to an A&W dressed up dressed up in like an A&W like sweater, like brown pants, a utility belt of A&W products, by the way. He had like, and then he also has an A&W hammer, like an A&W hammer that was made from A&W cans. Like he is the embodiment of A&W root beer, and I'm like, okay, go for it. You do
I'm more of a
you.
Bark scale myself. If we're talking root beer specific brands, Barks. But that's because Barks is one of the few root beers that has caffeine in it.
If I want to
Yeah,
say
that would be something that would stare me away from it. So
I think one of the things I don't drink root beer, but if anything, the closest I can get to it is cream soda.
Oh, I love cream soda.
love
I like
cream
root beer,
soda.
but I fucking love cream soda.
I know,
If cream
same.
soda were a person, I would fuck it.
I would fuck the ever living shit out of cream soda.
Yeah, I really
I
would.
would.
Oh,
I
that
really
shit
would.
slaps so hard.
I love cream soda. I think cream soda is like one of the best sodas out there. Genuinely.
Mm.
Oh, I see the strategy you came up with. Here, by the way,
It's quite useful.
if you want to know, I believe it is left D-pad without shooting. All right.
Oh yeah, it shows dirt. I see it.
Oh no. There's one.
Oh, that's right D-pad. I don't know my left from my right.
Yeah, press left D-pad.
Ah.
It
I
is
don't
just
have to stand
it
here and
just
hold trigger. Dope.
yes.
I would just go around this. I'm just gonna go around this game with this constantly turned on. You can't stop me.
Oh yeah, no. I can just kind of sit here and just let it clean itself, kind of, you know.
Mhm.
Like that being extremely slow, but
Just for the beam. I was just doing this for the beams because I didn't want to walk all up and fucking down them when I could stand here and let it rotate into me.
oh yeah, no. But like, I love cream soda's so good though. I love cream soda to the death. I think I've never had like a soda that I've like genuinely enjoyed more than cream soda though.
I love
Okay.
cream soda.
I love
But
cream soda. Have you all ever had red cream soda?
No.
No.
Oh, God, it's such a specific, like, regional thing. It's so good, though.
Is it like specifically in the South?
I don't. I think it's like Southish Midwest. I don't know. I couldn't fucking tell ya. I've lived all over the fucking place. I don't So unfortunately, I just don't know where it is typically sold because I've just had it in a place before. It is sold every now and again. I see it at like Walmart and shit like that down here in Louisiana, so it might be
Mhm.
a southern thing. But it's
Oh, yeah.
so good. It has a slightly different flavor. It's still very cream soda, but I don't know. I don't know what the additional flavor is, but it slaps.
I also want to quickly clarify if you hear like distant like purring or like something of the sort of like snoring, my cat is sleeping right next to me and she is snoring.
That's so cute.
Oh, can I just say, there is also something that I have had that is very cream soda adjacent. That is arguably better than cream soda. But I think it's better than cream soda.
Which
Please
is
tell.
Um, imagine you took a thing of cream soda
Mm-hmm.
mm-hmm.
and then you shoved a creamsicle into it.
Mmm. You have my attention.
That's literally what it tastes like.
Well, what's it called?
It's orange cream soda.
Oh, okay. That sounds rad.
You know, I want to mix cream soda and milk now.
No.
I'm gonna do it. If
Like
I
you-
find
What would you even call
I-
that? Because like Pepsi milk is pilk. What the fuck would you even
I
call
don't
that?
think you.
milk,
I think
Ugh.
the flavors would be a little too similar. I think they'd honestly clash more than they would mix.
I mean, actually, then again, if you mixing Pepsi milk is literally just making a root beer float.
Yeah,
Let's make it Pepsi float.
you'd better off make a make a freaking ice cream soda or a float
Mhm.
than just put raw milk into it. Probably.
Mhm.
I'm trying to think what else would I try to mix like cream soda with?
Cheeseburger.
Why the f
No.
would I do that?
Because it's funny.
You know, that reminds me. I found a Instagram account where this dude it's a Japanese oriented like amu rice, right? And so because since the way how he makes the rice, like what he does is he makes like amu rice and then like puts it over things and then like cuts open the amu rice and then
Mhm.
the whole egg kind of just like spills out all around it and all that. Which first off, I want to say I want to try that. But I remember so many people were like in the comments going like, "Why is it raw egg? Blah blah blah. Why is it raw egg? Eat that looks good. What do you mean?"
First
I
of
would
all,
eat
it's
that.
not raw egg. It is cooked. That's the whole point. If the outside is cooked, that means the inside is probably cooked. It's just a runny yolk, which is possible when you make eggs. And in fact, if you fry an egg, your yolk should be runny no matter fucking what. Otherwise, you fried it wrong.
But,
I have hot egg takes. I'm sorry.
no, don't worry. I am.
Actually, the mixing soda with the Borgor thing reminded me of a story.
Oh.
So this was many years ago, and I wasn't actually around for it. But my friends one day, their family had just gotten like a protein shake blender,
Mmm.
Mm.
and because reasons.
Mhm.
And my friend, who is not a sporty person at all, had a few of us over. I wasn't there, but a few people were over there,
Mhm.
and they had the bright idea of shoving a peanut butter and jelly sandwich into that and seeing what would happen. Case in point, it did not taste good.
I feel like they just made a very complex version of like a peanut butter and jelly beer. Like all
You
of the
know,
fun parts about beer entirely removed, and just the horrendous yeast flavor mixed with peanut butter and jelly.
I, never mind. Or today my I had a peanut butter and banana, but instead like I we put it on on like the on the stove basically, like made it like a
Mm,
grilled cheese kind of thing.
yeah, toasted.
So it was like melt. It was, yeah, basically toasted or like it's like think of peanut butter and banana, but like made with like the idea of like a grilled cheese sandwich. It was actually really
Mm-hmm.
good because since it was like it was more like melted peanut butter, and the banana was melted into the peanut butter.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Actually, really good. You want to know something I want to try out, but I don't think I will ever get to do it because I heard about it, and I'm like that I want to try it. Burnt cheese and this like sugar put on top of it.
Nope, sounds like a nightmare. I'm
Apparently,
not one of those people who enjoys mixing savory and sweet, and you've just said something savory and sweet. I'm out. But please tell me more about your cheese confection.
I heard I heard about it, and what was it? They said it. What was it? They said it was like a oh fuck. They said it was like similar to something that someone else tried. It was like a Korean something. Uh, I'm trying to remember it. It was like a was it a Korean corn dog or something like that? I don't know. It was like it was something similar to it. I would have to take a look again. But like they said it was like, oh, it's extremely similar to this thing. I'm like, you know, that oddly sounds good. I want to try that now. Oh. Wah wah.
Wow,
Yeah.
wow, wow, wow.
Wah wah
Wow,
wah.
wow, 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 wow,
Wow, wow,
wow,
wow,
wow,
wow,
wow.
Wah
wow,
wah
wow,
wah wah
wow.
wah 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 wah. You waking up? The cat fucking just woke up and she looked at me funny. Man, I just like how we're talking here and we're just having the Ferris wheel spin and spin to our thing.
Mm.
How to clean power wash simulator 101. Get a power washer and spray. Either way, I have to fucking clean. I have to actually actively clean something else in a second anyway. Like, oh fuck! I just realized I have to do that. Yeah. I don't think I could play this. I don't think I could play this. There we go. Okay. Did I get all the? Oh, I did get this A-frames. Oh, that's why.
Mm.
You want to what I want to do? I want to
What's that?
I want to try out every single Mountain Dew flavor there is. Like
I feel
think
like I've lived long enough in my life to have probably tried most of them. Maybe not some of the newer ones because they've only just recently come out, but if they're around long enough, I will try them eventually.
like I
What
want
specifically makes you want to try them?
I want to try them all because it just sounds fun to do. Like I know one of the ones that I've actually funny enough, one of the ones that I actually really liked that I've tried recently was at Buffalo Wild Wings actually. It was like I think it's their special flavor. It's like Mountain Dew Legend, I believe.
Mm.
It's like think of like mixing it with like think of like just Mountain Dew Voltage and Mountain Dew Baja Blast mixed together. and that's what you kind of get Mountain Dew Legend. Which honestly, it's a really good flavor.
Potential hot take. My favorite Mountain Dew flavor is Pitch Black.
Oh, that's the black
It's the
raspberry.
grape flavored.
I have never had Mountain Dew, and
You
I
know-
don't plan on it.
I feel like I don't know why, but I would have feel like you have though.
I haven't. I actually haven't.
Surprisingly,
I don't want to.
you don't want to turn to Mountain Dew.
I don't want to try Mountain Dew.
Oh,
No.
what? I don't know. I think I need to try, or what was it? I need to retry Pitch Black again. I think the one that I don't like from Mountain Dew so far is the spicy one. I don't like the spicy Mountain Dew.
They made a spicy Mountain Dew?
Yeah.
Count me out for that.
It's like, why did you never, I have never like had a drink that is just like, why do you need to make it spicy though, you know? Like, I can understand if it's like, oh, this is cinnamon. Cinnamon's kind of like, has a little bit of like kick, like this tiniest bit of kick to it.
Sure.
I mean, hey, I mean, then again, you're talking to someone who traditionally like always eats like everything sweet, so I don't have much spicy stuff.
Oh, I love spicy stuff. That's the main reason that I don't like sweet and savory combined, because I want my savory food to be spicy as fuck.
Actually, you wanna
feel that shit going in and coming out, you know what I'm saying?
Do you wanna that actually reminds me, do you have like a Wingstop near your area probably?
Oh, for sure.
Oh. I would recommend like I think you would like their hot honey rub. It's like a spicy sweet kind of like flavoring to their sandwiches or wings you would if you want. I usually always like getting their sandwiches. But like, oh my god. I love that flavor. I think if I ever was gonna have something spicy, I would have that specifically.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's just that good.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, also then again, this is coming from someone who doesn't like spicy. So take it how you will, but there we go. Center support, A-frame support, Warframe. I am so glad I dropped that game.
I'm unironically excited for Warframe actually bringing platform progression.
Like they're actually adding that.
I mean, they've been talking about it for a while, but yes.
Cross-play is a thing now, too.
It sure is.
I did not know that game had crossplay though.
It does now. I don't play the game, but I have a few friends that do.
That's good. That's interesting to know.
And I don't plan on playing that game.
I do not. I played it for a bit, and I'll be honest, I just never really I never really liked it. I never could really get into it.
I like the funny space ninjas.
You like the
It's also one of the most fluid games to play.
Yeah, it's
I've
Canadian looter shooter Warframe. You have to say its full title every single time.
just like Final Fantasy 14.
The critically acclaimed MMO.
There you go.
Have you heard of it? You can
Critically
actually right now play from 0 to
Oh
60.
my fucking god.
I'm sorry, I like that game too. That's
I actually
absolutely one of my favorite games. It's so
I
much
actually
fun.
got the setup for it. I downloaded the setup file for it, so at least then I can try it out.
it's so
But
much
that
fun.
reminds me, I need to fucking get a hard drive.
Yeah, that's pretty important for playing games, as it turns out.
I
Unfortunately,
only
having
have
a hard drive.
I only have a
I already have my main MMO of choice that I'm playing right now, so I'm good.
Ooh, what is it?
Skyblock.
Hypixel Skyblock.
Ah,
What is my current playtime on this? I am 3.5 hours short of 1.5k hours.
Well, 3.5 more hours.
Three and a half more hours, and then I have 1.5k hours played on this one mode, on this one Minecraft server.
Okay, I kind of fucked this little guy up. But yeah, I was gonna install it. Do you know how big Final Fantasy 14 is?
big, fucking massive, bigger than it fucking should be. I complain every time I have to fucking update that game because it's like 70 gigs.
Oh, that's gonna take the rest of my space up. Oh my god. I only have 100 and like 30. I only have like 120-ish like gigs left of space.
Yeah, I have a 500 SSD and then like a 2 terabyte HDD, and let's just say my SSD is always maxed out at all fucking times, and my HDD is not always maxed out, but sometimes it gets close.
Why do you hate people, Toast? What happened? But like, I have Fallout 76 installed, and oh my god, that game takes up like 70 fucking gigs.
That's just unfortunately starting to be game standard, just for how big things need to be to look as good as they do.
I need to fucking actively like get I really need a terabyte SSD or like a hard drive. I really do. Like or at least like something to increase it to like a substantial amount. Because oh my god, I hate I hate like having to think about like how much space I have to save now. Because one of the things I think I never really liked installing was at least it's a school program, but it was like Maya as it's called.
Oh, Mayo AutoCAD.
Autodesk Maya.
Yeah, Maya Autodesk or CAD. Sorry, AutoCAD was something I colloquially called it at school that I went to.
I never really. I'll be honest. I don't like modeling. I'm not a fan of modeling. So, like I have a bad history with modeling. And I actually probably can complain about it. So I had a teacher, and so when I was in person in college, at my college, I had a class. I had the 3D modeling class. Alright. And so I had a teacher in there. Alright. And by the way, I should say I am doing an in-person class. I'm doing a in-person an online class, but the teacher I know is like in person. I can still walk up to his face and say hello to him. But the whole thing is kind of like purely online because the teachers doing mainly the game design are like, okay, we made Discords. If you need help, talk in the Discord. So yeah, I want you to make sure, keep that key in mind. Talk in Discord if you need help. So I was having trouble with some of my modeling program because my last computer could barely run Maya, by the way. Since it had integrated graphics and all that, and it's just like it's not an ideal thing to run something like that.
Sure.
But so um, so I think a few times I programs crashed, and I got so frustrated that I pretty much stopped modeling. And so I had an in-person class to see the teacher who was teaching the modeling class the next day. So I went in, all right. So I went in that day and talked to him about it, right? I'm like, hey, by the way, like my programs keep crashing. Like, do you know any way to like stop Maya from like, like crashing a lot, or is there any like tips or tricks that I can do to like reduce the amount of crashes? And the dude, I am not fucking joking to you. I'm talking to him face to fucking face, eye to eye, staring at him. And he told me, you should have used the Discord, and refused to help me and walked away. A teacher who was being asked for help literally said, go go to the go to the syllabus, turned around and walked away from me, even though I am eye to eye to him asking him for help. I was so fucking livid that day. I hate. That's like probably the one teacher I actively like really fucking hate. Oh my god. Alright, I wanna quickly read this thing that Toast said. Alright. Mm-hmm. Round down. Well, do you? Oh, okay, fine. I'll funny cat Vesper. Fine, I'll put funny cat on. There you go. There's funny cat. Funny cat.
Oh, funny cat.
Funny cat. Fine cone. Mm-hmm. Mm. Funny cat. Pine cone. How are you doing though, Vesper? I hope you're having a nice whatever it is. As you can see, we are talking about cream soda. We talked about
Creamier soda.
Listen here. You know what? No. I'm gonna no. I need to I need to show you the joke about people are making with about Pepsi Nitro washing. Well, I can't wash in the game, so I just get to stand in this car. I should probably move out of here so you can clean that car. So I can't wash. But fucking it's 8 a.m. I should be sleeping. That makes sense. What do you mean no? Listen, ban an in-game action means the streamer themselves cannot. All right, looking at it. I cannot let you do that, streamer. The streamer cannot wash. I don't have any power about the other people in the call right now. So they get to wash. But so I was gonna say, I have there's a meme that my friend told me, or a friend showed me, and it was about Pepsi Nitro. I probably can't say it, but like you would appreciate this joke, and you're like, yes, you should get that. You should drink this product. Oh, it's fucking. You can probably look it up and probably find it, but like I'm just not gonna say it. Because I think my friend sent it to me. I need to take a look in our DMs again. Oh yeah, no, I found it. No, I'll send it to you, Glad. Drana, do you want it as well or no?
I think I'm good right now.
Okay. Yeah, I just sent it to you, Glad. you see why.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You see why? First off, I want to try it. All right. But also, second off, when my friend tried it, they said it was like a cream. It was like a cream soda, Pepsi kind of mix. Hydration. Oh my god.
Drink water.
Mm-mm.
Water.
No, I already drank it.
Yes.
Well, what did you hydrate with?
Huh?
What did you hydrate with?
Not water.
Okay. Well, what
More-
was it?
Because
I
some liquids don't actually hydrate you.
And some
Drink
liquids
more.
do hydrate you, and then some people say they don't.
I still have to wait 2 more minutes to start washing again.
Me when the ice cream dehydrates me.
Don't drown him.
Waterboard the VTuber. Waterboard the VTuber.
Please stop. He's had enough. You know, I'm just saying, the more people who attempt to drown, the more people who attempt to like send me shit tons of water is the more the
The more of a
is-
brat you become, we understand.
I
know how
no
this
no
Interaction works.
I was gonna say the more people who start spamming hydrate is the less people I have to worry about doing the 100k redeem.
What's the 100k redeem? Wait a minute. I might have enough points for this. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. What is this? Oh, I don't have enough points for the 100k.
I fucking knew it. I
redeem.
fucking knew
You
it.
don't have
I
a
knew it.
100k redeem.
I do have
Oh,
a
yes, you
100k
do.
redeem.
I'm sorry. It's under new. My bad. My bad. My bad. My bad.
Bullshit, you can do it.
I have 21k.
Ain't no way. Toast. Toast. I actively sometimes check who is in my chat sometimes. And ain't no fucking way you got that. Ain't no bloody way you have that.
Toasty's calling you out. You better do it. Oh, Toast's on an ad. How sad.
Okay, yeah, totally. A very convenient ad, by the way.
Actually, I've seen a lot of Twitch ads in my time.
No, there are
Is it
ads.
a
I'm
fucking
looking at it right
convenient
now.
Twitch
Are
ad.
you fuckers?
I'm also on an ad for the record.
Yeah, I
so
see the
I
ad.
fully believe them.
No. Look how you're just like flying over there.
No, let me in. Let me in. Let me in.
No. No.
No.
I don't care about Nissan. I already have a plane. I don't care. I don't-
Toast, what you missed now that you're back from the ad was Poke was challenging you and saying that you didn't have that many points. So I think you should do it.
Yeah, there ain't no shot you have enough. I fucking actively check who's in my chat sometimes. Not to be a creep, but it's like I sometimes check just so at least that I look. And I fucking know when some people are lurking and when people aren't. Alright. So I'm calling you out on your bullshit. I got it when I wasn't mod since I never spent it. Oh, did you now? Then why don't you spend it? If you want to shut me up so badly, why don't you do it?
God, you're such a brat.
Alright. I don't want to also, I don't know. What do you think? What's the one fucking thing I've been arguing against people for the longest fucking time?
I can
Cheeseburger.
tell you. I can fucking tell you. It's that he's cute. I can answer this question with
Cheeseburger.
fucking ease.
No, it's cheeseburger.
Also, it needs to shut you up so you don't need to spend points. Well, if you, yeah, so that
Fair.
means you don't have a 100k points. Alright.
Nah, he has cheeseburger. You lose.
You wanna know who? You know, I can order a Carl's Jr. Cheeseburger
No.
apocalypse.
Well, it's 4 a.m. No burger.
What? Now, I know it sounds bad.
No burger.
Nah, but
Am I
you,
missing one of these fucking things?
look,
Am I
I'm
missing
gonna,
one of these gondolas?
I believe, you can, don't forget to go inside the gondolas.
I've been going inside the gondolas. I've been like hopping in between them. That's
I'm,
why
I'm just
I'm
saying,
wondering if I'm
if,
missing any of them.
I'm just saying, Toast, if you really wanted me to shut up right now, you would do the 100k redeem and not be a wimp about it. Just saying.
Okay, I think I'm gonna go to sleep actually.
Have a
Have a
good
good
night.
sleep.
Have a good night, dear Drunna.
Bye.
Sleep
Good
well.
night.
And now it's just the power washing, friends. I'm not in the mood. Yeah, so that means you don't have the points. Thank you for proving my point. If you you would have to send me a screenshot of you having that many points right now. Because there ain't no way you have that many points. I know when people are lurking in my chat. You know, I actually sound terrible because of that.
I mean, I actively check who hangs out in my stream like a lot because I like to keep up with who my lurkers are. I like to keep track of my lurkers. I don't call them out or anything. I just like to know who they are.
I'm just gonna go really not in the mood to argue. Have a good stream, and
Have
I'll
a good
see you
day,
later.
Toast.
I'll see you later then, Toast. Front spike clean. Front spike clean. I am cleaning front spikes.
I found
Front
the fucking
spike clean.
gondola I was missing. Or
Oh,
at least
did you?
one of them.
I knew I drew an Among Us in one of them.
As previously stated, I'm very sorry if I am not paying attention to those because I've just started spraying the shit out of this one. It could have been this one. Who fucking knows?
I know. I think it was one of the red ones. I think.
It sure the fuck is gone now.
Probably. Most likely. 97% clean. The only things you have to get are like all the fucking spikes and shit. Practically.
Mm.
There we go. Another front spike clean. Front spike clean. Front spike clean. Oh, okay.
That
Pod
definitely
frame
says
clean.
spoke, by the by.
Huh?
That definitely says spoke, by the by, not spike.
One second. I'm just gonna.
I appreciate your tenacity. You were very close.
I'm just gonna make sure you're doing your own hydrate redeems real quick.
I don't have hydrate redeems actually.
No, I'm just shooting water at your face.
Oh, I know. That's one of the perks of not streaming is I don't have to do any of your silly hydrate redeems. Cause I fucking hate water.
Me drinking water. If you're also curious, you can also press the pause button and scroll through the little menu So at least then you can select something that is not 100% clean, and you can find it. So I'm just at least just telling you now.
Well, Vesperia.
Hello, well, hello. Are you going to bed now, dear Viper? Or Viper? Vesper. I'm gonna do the not sleep because I'm a raid boss thing. Oh, okay.
That sounds unhealthy.
That sounds like you're a Viper and Sneck. Listen. You know what? No, I thought you were a dragon. It actually reminds me, I need a. I'm still in the works about that one, about something, and oh my god, I've been doing it, and I feel like I've just been like, I feel like, is it bad that there's a point where like I feel like I've just been like wasting my time with it, even though I don't want to feel like I'm wasting my time with it.
You are unfortunately very vague in this process, and I'm not asking for you to reveal more secrets. I understand that you probably cannot reveal more secrets. However, due to the vagueness in nature of this conversation, I have absolutely no input on this whatsoever.
Like, the thing is, it's like, or at least the most I can say is that like, I've had somewhat plans of what I want to do in the future. Of at least for my character, I should say. And the people that I've reached out to I've reached out to like probably like one person or two to like, oh, like, can you help me out with the sketch that I have in mind? And I have one person who's at least doing it to try to see if they can get out their art blog, but someone else recommended me like another person to do it for. Or another person to do it, and I feel like I gave them everything that I gave the other person, but it's like I'm at a point now where like I think I made this chat, or I was added to like this little group chat between me, the artist, and the person who added us for like 2 weeks now. And I know art isn't like mystically like done in a second, but it's like there's a point where it's just like, can I have like maybe an update or something, you know? Do you have anything to like share or anything? Anything you want to like get input on? Any questions? And it's just, when I don't get that, it feels like that like I just am not I'm not getting, or I'm not having people like trying to help me out to make like a certain make that character. Like I see it, and it's like, okay, thank you. You're trying your best to help me, but do you have any updates? Do you have any questions? I want this soon. I would like this like as soon as I can, but without rushing it, because since I want to make it, because I'll be honest, if I do this thing, this is probably one of the biggest changes to my channel, because at least then it's like actually pushing forwards like a good amount of progress on my channel, I should say. So you can see why I'm like a little like happy feet about it. Like I would like it sometime sooner rather than later, you know?
What barrier are we missing? Wait a minute.
There we go. Alright, we are missing a barrier.
Got it.
Okay. I'm gonna thingy. center bearings, pot. There's still one of the pods that aren't clean.
Oh, fucking course there are.
I'm looking for it.
It's probably the inside of one of them.
I'm trying to look for the pod that. Oh, it's this white pod right up here.
Dope.
If you can also sprint up slopes and make big jumps. By the way,
Mm.
if you're ever curious, like that. Spamming. Oh, there it is. Found you. Just still, overall, I wish I wish I would just get something from them. You know?
No,
I've
I
sent-
understand where you're coming from.
Because I've sent messages to them, like, hey, like, what's going on? And it's just like, all I got was a react, and that was it. Good night, Vesper. Have a good sleepy. You better be fucking sleeping. I swear to God. I'll become the raid boss if you're not fucking sleeping. I swear to God. Kick down the door. The raid boss of sleeping. The raid boss of good night. Oh. There is one of the posts that I made. Oh, these things. Yeah. I believe I got all the posts. Yeah, I got all the posts. I get these actually. Oh wow, center bearing pod frames. I could probably get one. I think I can look for the center bearing. I believe. Oh, found the center bearing. Got the center bearing. There we go. Cleaning. Wait for this rear spoke to rotate to my direction. Please. There we go. Get it. Pod frames.
Damn, I did not do a good job with the pod frames, apparently. 5 of them motherfuckers. I mean, not now. Now it's 2, but still.
No, there's the dirt on it somewhere. There we go.
One.
Found it. Just find it vividly. There we go.
Nice.
We. Huh? Oh, I got an achievement.
Nice.
I like how you can just watch the thing just spin and spin as we're cleaning it. Oh god, the subway is next. Oh my goodness. It is 4:26 a.m.
It surely is.
It is a time. This one takes a long time to do. I will say. Hello, cat. Sniffy on the handy cat. Good cat. I don't know if I want to end it here, or if I want to try to do the subway. Because I am feeling tired. What would your advice be, would you think?
Sleep is important for your overall health. However, this is also your creative outlet, so don't stifle yourself on creativity.
Alright, 24 hours. 24-hour stream, no 2 days of no sleep. Let's go!
Definitely not. That's definitely not. Especially if you're already 1 day into no sleep, you should definitely go to sleep. That context was the important part.
What do you mean? I never said that context.
See, you said 2 days of no sleep, which implies that you're currently on day 1 of no sleep, which means you should go to sleep.
Wait a fucking minute. I just wait.
What you've
Before-
done
before we
here
continue-
is you've unfortunately shown me your entire fucking hand in this game of cards that you've constructed.
But little did you know, I'm on my draw phase, and I draw out the final piece of Exodia, and I win.
Is Exodia's advice for you to be going to bed? Because I think it should be.
It's just like I draw Exodia. Exodia just like comes out, turns around, beats my, just swings and beats my ass. uh, but what was it? No, I was gonna say before we continue on with that small bit. Apparently, there's an article that there's a Tears of a Kingdom special edition, like Legends of the Tears of the Kingdom, that includes a spoon, a special spoon for Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom.
Amazing.
I'm assuming you think those are signs of going to bed.
I mean, yawning is generally a sign that your body is requesting that you sleep. And it's typically good to hear your body's request because, otherwise you could have a heart attack and die, and that's not optimal.
I was gonna say, alright, if I'm gonna have a heart, I was like, when you said heart attack, I was just gonna check, like, the beat of my heart, and when I pressed in, I just felt no beats, and I'm like, wait a fucking minute.
Well, like I said, not optimal. Sorry for microphone buzz.
Yeah, it's actually really hard to feel my heartbeat right now.
Generally not a good sign.
I think my heartbeat's just extremely weak right now. Probably because it's
Again, generally not a good sign.
Let me drink one thing of water and see if it'll work.
If your heart will work, I don't think one drop of water is gonna satiate that.
Alright,
That's
time.
typically one of those problems that you fix with diet and exercise, as it turns out.
Alright, it's time to jumpstart my heart. It's time to now start pumping into my chest like a monkey and start chanting like a gorilla. Actually, it was. Oh, okay, I feel the heartbeat now. We're all good. I'm not dead yet. And then you just start hearing like the Half-Life 2, just like death sound in my microphone. I'm not. I'm not gone. Beep, 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 beep. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. You know what? Let me check. Let me check Twitch.tv. I'll have to hide this thingy now. Twitch.tv. Site. Uh. What shall? I'm trying to figure out who shall I raid into though. Well, actually, hmm. You know, actually, I might not just raid into anyone. I'll just probably just end it. Just cut it off. Let me find a good song to end it on at least. I like playing. I want to put this one on loop. Um, yeah. Let me also make sure. Let me do this real quick because I feel it's kind of mandatory. Because since you kind of did just join in for a co-stream the entire time.
Thanks so much.
Alright, so
I have to get back to playing Assetto Corsa, actually, fuck.
I also want to do for. So I can't actively spell Drana's name sometimes on Twitch. Alright. Yeah, I got. But I want to say thank you, Glad, for joining in on the stream. I
Thanks
appreciate
for having me.
you.
Thanks for not banning me immediately when I joined in your voice chat. Because honestly, if I saw me join in a voice chat, I would ban that bitch immediately from the Discord.
I mean, also then again, I actually have it set up where people with the streamer role are allowed to join the call. It's just so if anyone wants to join in, they can come in and join in. It's just it happens so little and once in a fucking blue moon that I I get a heart attack when that happens. So I'm like, holy fuck. Like when you popped in, I genuinely wasn't expecting that. But I do want to say I do really do appreciate you for joining in and helping out with the washing here. You know, that is always very appreciative. But I'll say for everyone who has popped in the stream, thank you to everyone who has at least jumped in and lurked, followed, or anything offline. I appreciate it all. I am sorry. I am sorry if I didn't stream this weekend. I literally was just kind of brain dead this weekend, and I was focusing on some things, so I couldn't really stream, especially at the time that I wanted. I am kind of sound like a broken record at that point though, where it's just like, oh man, he didn't stream, fucking burn him at the state. Oh, but
I'm telling
no,
you, renegade streams.
huh?
You sit and you just renegade streams. You sit and you just hanging out. You'd be like, fuck it, lock and load the OBS. Let's go.
The thing is, it's just like the times where like I'm like, oh, I probably can stream. I'm hanging out with a couple friends, or at least people who like always want to play like a game. And I'm like, okay,
Oh yeah. Easy solution. Don't have friends.
easy
Easy
solution,
solution.
easy solution. Ban them all.
Yeah, exactly.
Next
That
best
was my advice.
solution.
I give shit advice.
Next best solution. Make a new Discord account. Actually, then again, no one knows my fucking alt account. Actually, no, people know my alt account because since if you literally look in my server, it's the only other person who has the same color name as me in offline.
See, that's why I don't have my alt account added to my streamer Discord.
I have it. Oh no, I have
Those
it.
accounts have not interacted and they will not touch each other.
I have it on for the reason being that I like having everything extremely secure. And especially I know there was one time where I accidentally clicked onto a link, and I mean they never got into my account, never did anything, nothing bad happened. But I remember like that happened, and like I was so worried about it that like I put my alt account on the Discord and transferred the ownership to it just in case. Like, because I like having my alt account around just in case if someone actually manages to get into my main Discord account and starts fucking with people on it. I want to use the alt account to like message people who I think it would do the most damage to if they saw it. So, especially in my own Discord, I would do that. But yeah, sound like a broken record here. Thank you everyone who has popped in the stream. Thank you Glide for joining in. I also will say thank you Drana for also joining in on the stream. Alright, you know? I mean, surprise appearances, everyone. Who doesn't love them? Alright, I fucking love them. I don't know when the next time I'm gonna stream, I'll be honest. Alright, but I'll probably try to do... I'm trying to aim for people saying like to midday streams or at least like that. But like with how my house has been recently, I think I've had to kind of sadly go back to late nights to kind of. I mean, hey, at least like if I do more late nights, I get to do more horror streams because since I want to play more Evil Within 2. So at least. Yes, and also I have horror sound alerts set up for it, so, you know. Alright, but so, we ain't gonna be rating anyone. So, for anyone watching the VOD, just know that I have a Twitter. I also have a Discord. Or for anyone, and also anyone in the chat currently in here. As I said, I have a Discord. Please come join said Discord. In my Discord is the place where you are very most likely to get the updates of when I'm going to be streaming next, or say just if I'm going to be doing anything like anything at all. My Discord is going to be the best spot. My Twitter is second best place, but I would primarily prefer if you send me a message on Discord or at least on Discord, or join my Discord if you want to get in contact or know what is going on.
Yeah, join Pokey's Discord. Join Pokey's Discord
and
call him Bobato.
Okay. Listen, I was also gonna point out in my Discord, I believe we are nearly seven away from no, we are actually 6 away from having 100 members in my Discord.
Ah, congrats.
6 away. And we are currently, I think, 12 away from 500 followers. So, I mean, hey, all I hope for is that I can hit these before my birthday, and that's all, which is May 23rd, which is actually also
Happy
this.
early birthday. I know it's very early. I will wish you a proper happy
Oh,
birthday
don't
later.
worry,
But since you mentioned it,
you'll know I'm making it. I'll at least, especially for my Twitch, I make it kind of a big deal because I also got affiliate on my birthday.
congrats.
All right,
That's
so.
amazing. That's perfect timing, actually. That's fantastic.
Oh yes, it is absolutely perfect. So I will say, if you want, if you'd like to help me reach that goal before my birthday, that is honestly the ultimate early birthday wish I can get, honestly. So please join the Discord, follow my Twitter, and yeah, I will see all of you whenever I stream next, which I will try to push for the weekend to be. Thank you, and all of y'all have a wonderful week this week.
Good night.
Bye bye.